Dear listener, the fact that you are here right now says more about you than you might realize. Something in you is searching, not casually, not out of boredom, but because there's a quiet friction inside your life that you can't ignore anymore. You may not have the exact words for it yet, but you can feel it. A sense that where you are and who you are being don't quite line up. This isn't a flaw, it's a signal. You're not broken, you're misaligned. There's a version of you that you're trying to step into, a life you can almost picture. Maybe it looks like freedom, confidence, financial ease, respect, peace of mind. You can see glimpses of it in your imagination. You can feel how real it could be. But when you come back to your current reality, something feels off. Like you're reaching for a life that keeps slipping through your fingers. And here's the truth most people avoid. It's not because you're not working hard enough. You've probably already tried. You've read the books, watched the videos, repeated the affirmations, maybe even visualized your ideal life in detail. From the outside, it looks like you're doing everything right. But beneath all that effort, there's a quieter layer running the show, a belief you didn't consciously choose. A voice that whispers things like, this kind of life isn't for someone like me, or I'll try, but it probably won't work out, or even, people who succeed are just different. That voice doesn't shout, it doesn't need to. It operates in the background, shaping your decisions, your reactions, your standards, without asking for permission. And here's the part that changes everything. Your life doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to who you believe you are. You can say you want success, but if deep down you identify as someone who struggles, your actions will subtly reinforce that identity. You'll hesitate when it matters. You'll second guess opportunities. You'll settle for less than what you actually desire. Not because you are incapable, but because your internal identity is setting the ceiling. Think of it this way. Imagine someone walking onto a stage wearing a crown and royal robes. From a distance, they look like a ruler. But the moment they speak, move, or even hold eye contact, you can tell whether they truly feel like they belong there. If their posture is uncertain, if their voice lacks conviction, if their presence feels hesitant, no costume in the world can convince people they're a leader. There's an energy underneath appearances that can't be faked. That's exactly what's happening in your life. You may be trying to wear the life you want, adopting habits, routines, even aesthetics, but if the person underneath still sees themselves as unworthy, behind, or incapable, the mismatch becomes obvious. Not just to others, but to reality itself. Because reality doesn't follow appearances, it follows identity. So the question becomes, how do you actually change that? Not by forcing yourself into huge, dramatic transformations overnight. That approach almost always collapses. Not by pretending to be someone you are not either. Your mind rejects what feels fake. The shift happens in something much smaller, much quieter, but far more powerful decisions, not the big life altering ones you're waiting for. The small, almost invisible ones you make every single day. Right now, your current identity is built from thousands of repeated choices. How you spend your mornings, what you tolerate, how you talk to yourself, what you do when no one is watching. All of these decisions reinforce a certain version of you. So if you want a different identity, you don't wait for it to magically appear. You start choosing like it already exists. Pause for a moment and picture the version of you who already has the life you want, not in a fantasy sense, but in a grounded, real way. How do they carry themselves when they walk into a room? What do they do in the first hour of their day? How do they respond to stress, to opportunity, to uncertainty? What do they give their attention to? And what do they ignore? Now, here's the key: you don't need to copy everything perfectly, you just need to start aligning one decision at a time. When you wake up, you choose: do I move like the person I've been or like the person I'm becoming? When you're about to waste time, you choose: do I follow the old pattern or do I invest this moment differently? When doubt shows up, you choose: do I shrink back into what feels familiar or do I act from the version of me who has already grown past this? Each of these moments might seem small, insignificant, even, but they are not. Every decision is like casting a vote for who you are. Right now, your current identity has the majority of votes. That's why it feels so stable. True, but it's not fixed, it's just reinforced. When you start consistently choosing from your future self, even in tiny ways, you begin stacking votes for a new identity. At first, it feels unnatural. That's normal. Your mind will resist. It will try to pull you back into old patterns because that's what it recognizes as safe. But if you keep going, something subtle starts to shift. The unfamiliar begins to feel normal. The effort begins to feel natural. And one day, without a dramatic moment or a clear turning point, your mind quietly updates its conclusion. This is who I am now. That's the moment everything starts to change. Because once your identity shifts, your behavior no longer feels forced. Your standards rise automatically. The opportunities you notice, the risks you're willing to take, the way you carry yourself, all of it adjusts to match this new internal reality, say. And the external world follows, not magically, not instantly in every detail, but inevitably. Just like a shadow follows a body, your life begins to reflect who you are being, not who you are trying to become. So instead of asking, why isn't my life changing? Start asking a different question: who am I choosing to be right now? Not later, not when things get easier, not when you feel more ready, right now. Because the future version of you isn't built in one grand moment. It's built in the quiet, repetitive choices that no one else sees. And here's something important to understand: you don't need perfection for this to work. You will slip back into old habits sometimes. You will have days where you choose comfort over growth. That doesn't erase your progress unless you decide it does. What matters is the overall direction of your votes. Are you more often than not choosing in alignment with the person you want to become? If the answer is yes, then the shift is already happening. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't need to wait for proof. You just need to keep choosing. Because eventually, the weight of those choices becomes undeniable. The old identity loses its grip. The new one takes root. And what once felt out of reach feel like your natural state. So today, don't focus on changing your entire life. Focus on one decision, then another, then another. Make them as the person you are becoming, not the person you've been. Keep stacking those choices until the outcome is no longer a question, until the identity you once imagined becomes the one you live from. And when that happens, you won't need to chase the life you want anymore. It will start moving toward you because it finally matches who you are.